Welcome to Shorty Supercoach. How you guys going out there? Now, let's be honest with ourselves. Bit of self-reflection. How many times have you said today, I fucking hate Supercoach? Goes at 1, 2, 3, 5. And let's just spare a moment for the coaches out there with Paddy Cripps as their captain. Langers, I salute you, my friend, and the many others that have fallen with you on what was a brutal Sunday. It started with Hinge. I know Ridley copped some sort of injury. I'm not even sure exactly what it was. He seemed to play the game out, but on the AFL app it had him as injured, had me nervous. And then if it couldn't have got worse, Paddy Cripps just goes and does a little hammy. Now, at the moment, Voss has said they think it's minor. They're hopeful it's minor, but it's a wait and see. So it's a big 48 hours. I'll discuss a few of my thoughts on what we potentially do with Cripps in a moment throughout my team. But it was a bit of a topsy-turvy weekend, wasn't it? You know, I know you often get little gauges of how the weekend's tracking and how you're tracking within it. And there's little advantages, you know, like when Gawn goes big, it's advantage everyone who held him. And, you know, then we work through the weekend and Cripps goes down. All of a sudden, it's advantage everyone who didn't have Cripps as captain because we've got so many similarities between our teams. It's those little things. It's those little things where you gain edges over the competition. I haven't checked the scores yet, at least not the overall. I'm actually feeling pretty good. I feel as if, I know Wits went really well. I had McRae as captain, so I'm feeling like I'm hoping I'll push inside the top 10,000, but we'll check that in a minute. It's actually quite nice to be doing a video before 10 o'clock. I feel like we've had that many WA games, and you know, by the time the actual Supercoach results are in, like officially and updated, and the rankings and that, it's like 11 o'clock, so I worked today. It was pretty cruisy, but yeah, I think it's nice to be just recording and talking to you guys here. But before we get into the team, just is anyone spiritual out there? Anything you can give me a bit of word of advice on? Because I could be under attack for some paranormal activity. Now, my housemates think I'm crazy, right? Does this ever happen to you, or can you shed some light? Okay, so I'll wake up on Saturday morning. My phone is next to me because I go to pick up my phone off the charger. It's not there. I'm thinking, well, that's weird. I definitely didn't fall asleep, you know, with my phone and anything like that. Very unusual. You know, I had to set an alarm, so, you know, it needed to be on charge. I'm like, okay, it's a bit weird. Potential paranormal activity. Then this morning, I wake up, my lamp's on. What the fuck's going on there? So if something weird happens tonight, or if I don't post throughout the week, send out a search crew, because there could be some form of poltergeist or paranormal activity coming after me, guys. So if anyone's, you know, writing to their star signs or some weird spiritual unit out there, let me know what the hell's going on. But look, it was pretty weird. Obviously, I've probably just woken up throughout the night, done something, fallen asleep, but it's very unusual I do that. Very occasionally, the lamp might be on. I'm like, I must have, you know, turned it on throughout the night. But back-to-back nights and the phone thing, very, very unusual. Anyway, I'll be setting an alarm in the morning because I'm thinking I might get up for Cam Smith, watch a bit of the Masters. Not a massive golf guy, but when an Aussie's contending for the Masters, I'll be there. So how do we go? Oh, thanks, congrats, but I'm more interested in the rankings, mate. Let's have a little look. Be kind to me. Not bad, not bad. Okay, not bad. I probably thought, or maybe was a little bit more optimistic. Only won half my leagues. Okay. Reality check. Let's have a look at this team. Okay, let's go through this. Feel free to comment any questions you got for me, or let me know how your team went as well. It's always good getting around to your comments. Short, he just keeps doing what he does. He just finds a way to knock up points. Crisp was great. Really pleased I held on to him. Now, Ridley, like I said, I'm going to have to dive a bit deeper into that. He obviously scored okay. Like, it's not a disaster, but what was going on exactly, I'll have to look into. Hewitt has been an absolute dream, even in what was a tough day for the Blues. He obviously picked up the slack. Now, Hinge is a big disappointment. I think I read something hip or shoulder or something like that. Let's have a little bit of a look. Good to see the Dons actually finally get a win. That was a bit of a heart stopper. I think Rochelle played alright too. Haven't seen when he scored, but Sound like he played okay. Hinge with a hip pointer. Don't know how serious those are, but we'll see. So look, with Hinge, I think if it's a 1 to 2 weeker, I'm inclined to keep him. If it starts to get long term, because it's frustrating because he has so much money to make. He scored 80 something and then the 91, playing a really friendly role for us. So I think he did that late in the third. So it wasn't like he was going bonkers and going to score another 90, but he was probably on track to around your 60 and just continually slowly build. But hopefully he doesn't miss too much footy. McCartan, solid. I don't think he touched the pill in the last quarter, so it was almost 55 from 3 quarters. Same with Gibcus. Don't think he touched it in the first quarter. But that's the nature with these tools, Same with DeConning. Took some massive clunks. Really promising signs for a Geelong fan. I was at the game and I was absolutely wrapped with just to get the win. It was gritty. It was tough, but I was pleased just to get the dub. Now we move into the midfield. Honestly, it was... Look, what happened to Clayton Oliver? What the hell happened there? It was such a weird night. I know I mentioned it in my other video because it was after the Thursday, but so bizarre. So bizarre. Just seemed so out of sorts, but it didn't seem to matter either. Often a player could be down like that when the team loses and it all goes wrong, but the D's just seemed to be doing it on the bit, and Clayton was kind of like, well, they're getting it done. I'll just kick back. I'll just cruise around. So I didn't see it, but it was strange. But so once that VC didn't work out, it was honestly McRae versus Cripps, and there was no genius behind it. I just went with McRae, and look, struck out a bit of luck. Really fortunate there. Neil continues to be great. Had no Connor tag, but he just burnt through that. He was dominant. Oh, fuck. Rowell went really poor. Jeez, I knew he didn't play well, but I thought he laid some tackles and might have been able to pump a little 80 out, but he mustn't have done all too well. He's a bit of a hard to get a read on, isn't he, Matty? 19 touches. Since that round 1, he hasn't been able to find the ball much at all. So it's been really strange. I mean, he's going to make us money. Clearly, that break even's he didn't. Oh, okay, he only managed $2,000 last week. So he probably starts to come in that conversation of another week or two, and if you're not going to start pumping some tons out or real convincing ball winning ability, we might just be able to upgrade you. And it's no disrespect to old Rowley, but he might have done his job already. I want to just check Tuke Miller. Could have a potential quiz question in here, guys. I will be going live on Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. Oh yeah, he's going to end up being... There you go, 0 tackles. The first time in his career he's never laid a tackle in a game. 140 games or something. First time ever. How crazy is that? So for you loyal listeners out there, that'll be in the quiz. So yeah, I'm going to go live on Wednesday. I'd say probably 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock, something like that. Probably 8. But I'll put a video out just to let you guys know. I'll touch on Cripps in just a second. I'll just round out, the rest of the midfield. Joshy Ward, that really hurt me as well. That M8 position's really hurting me. It'd be fantastic to... look at the forward line bench. God, that kills you, doesn't it? You got Ward just cruising there, killing me. And I've got Rochelle turning up, Martin doing great things. I really need to... But look, you tried to bloody sub one of these guys in the midfield. Nothing. I got no dual position. God, kills you. So that'd be crucial. I feel like I'm stocked in the forward line, but that M8 is hurting me. Dacos is flying. Horn Francis is flying. It's great stuff. They're going to make us heaps of cash and be such an easy upgrade. McDonald, tough. Not a great chance for young Hawks to really do too much in what was a difficult day. And Hoff, I thought he was solid. Listening to the game and watching a bit of it, I thought he was solid, but just probably struggles to have enough impact to score enough. But he's a slow burn. Okay, let's talk Paddy Cripps. Now, if anyone tells you, you're spewing, your captain scored 38. If anyone says, look, guys, don't worry, it's just a game. No, it's not. It's more than a game. You slap him across the chops. Obviously, I don't condone violence here at Shorty Supercoach, but we can't handle that. We cannot handle having 38 as our captain. So, look, obviously, yeah, it's just Supercoach, just fantasy football. Just move on with it. That would be what a normal person would think. But a freak like me, no. Deal with it in the most inappropriate, immature, absurd way would be my response. Just throw a tantrum like a child, basically. Look, I'm lucky. I'm sitting here making a bit of light fun over it. You might have already punched a hole through the wall. You might have smashed your laptop. I don't know what your go is. But yeah, obviously a bit of tongue-in-cheek, but there is nothing more frustrating. If he was my captain and I heard him subbed off, I was working to that, I probably would have smashed the steering wheel. There would have been 4 seconds of pure rage. And then I just would have absorbed it and tried to be a bit calculated about it and work out what to do from there. Because as soon as it happened, I was like, fuck, that hurts. I guess anyone who didn't have Cripps and anyone who didn't have Oliver, which there wouldn't be a high percentage of, they would be going really nicely this week. So my quick thoughts, obviously a lot of this will be discussed weekend preview style, and I think I'll just do a separate video because it's such a big topic. But I would say let's wait and see. If he's out for a week, it makes it really tempting to just keep him. But honestly, any longer than a week, trade. Because the added thing is that he's going to drop in value once he returns. He's coming off a 119 and a 38. So once upon a time, I really tried to salvage those trades, but we've got so many. So I feel like we can be a bit looser in the way we go about it. That's why they're there. So I think my approach would be any more than, if it's a 1 weeker and it's obviously hard to get that actually said, then yeah, we might hold. But any more than that, I'm looking to trade. I'm probably looking at Jack Steele or something like that. In fact, what did Jack Steele score? I feel like it was 120 plus for sure. Sounded like he had a lot of the ball. 125. So he's not going insane, but yeah, he just doesn't dip much. It's very hard to get. Very hard to get a hold of with he's so consistent. So that would be my rough idea. We just got to wait and see what the extent of it is. Probably leaning towards trading him, just because I know we'll get him at a cheaper price. Even if he returns in 2 weeks, he's going to drop from that 525 purely off the back of that 38. Or certainly it might be a major drop, but again, we'll have another chance to get him under 500k, ironically. So it was a crazy week, though. I think obviously Hayes got dropped. Langers tells me Bruce looks like he's going to get reported and potentially suspended. Is Ryder going to get suspended? Will Hayes be back in the team? How long is Hinge out for? It's definitely a week that is going to test a lot of us. Grundy was great. Witts was massive. He took full advantage of no pit net. And how about Huey Dixon? Really good last quarter in particular. And pumped it out real nicely. So all of a sudden, at the start of the year, I was like, God, I missed Jack Hayes, and I went Dixon. Oh, it's funny how a few weeks can change it. All of a sudden, Dixon's looking like the better selection now. Dunkley was good, but, he just wastes the ball a little bit, still tunned up. Heaney just seemed to be struggling to get his hands on it, but laid the 11 tackles, kicked an absolute ripper goal in the wet with like 5 seconds to go just to boost that up. I think he got scaled through the roof as well. We love that. And in amongst all this absolute madness, Zach Butters all the way back on, was it Thursday? He's a massive issue. Tristan Cherry's a massive issue. Cherry's not a massive issue, to be honest. He's done well. He was bound to have a down game every now and then. So he's probably got 1 or 2 weeks left in my side unless he tons up again and regenerates that cash flow. But I would say, yeah, he's probably potentially my first upgrade, I would say, in the forward line. But yeah, Butters, I think we have to be patient. I still think he's a star and will respond, but there's a lot to get concerned about. And honestly, there might be just more going on that he might be the least of our worries this week. Will Brodie was insanely good. Love that. He can find the ball so quickly. His minutes or his possessions per minute, very impressive. Cornelio, not his best day. Again, that was like a 3-quarter job. I think he was on 60-something at 3-quarter time and had 1 touch in the last quarter. So no good there. And yeah, great cash flow going on in the forward bench there, which we love. We love to see. So That's how my team shaped up. I hope you're going all right. Keep the ones you love close to you. Get the support networks, because this is a testing time through Supercoach. I'm going to just have a little look at the leagues, and I might even check if I won my draft with my mates. It was getting mighty close. Got a little W in the A League there. We like that. How about the Shorty leagues? Couple of losses there. Okay. Crispy got me. Oh, he got me comfortably. Comfortably too in bragging rights. Got pumped there. Cop that. Yeah, got all the way done. Got pumped there in Shorty Supercoach 2. How about 3? Oh yeah, I won 3, 4 and 5. Just got home against Tronics. Bad luck, mate. And somewhat close against Mid Price Madness and the McGovernors. Got through pretty comfortably there, and then I finished with 2 losses. No good. It's not that tight, really. So yeah, brutal scenes. Now, what I want to see, that I got the dub in my mates' league. I think it was a tough one. Which one is it? It's this one. Where am I? Oh, he got it. He fucking got it easy in the end. Oh, baby, I thought I was going to lose that. Oh, I came from the clouds. Up ya, Schmiffer. Cop that, mate. 4-0. How do I expand this and actually look at the team? There's probably a way to do it. But I can't tell. Anyways, game day probably tells me. There you go. He started like crazy. Had Gorn, had Bogue, had Isaac Smith tearing me apart. I was spewing Hawkins, Rich. He was killing me. Franklin helped me a lot. And then, yeah, okay. Look at Noah. Oh, good finish. Sinclair, Gresham, Moore was, good stuff. All right, I'm going to rock and roll. I hope you guys are travelling all right. I will be doing more talk about my trades. I'm thinking I've got to digest it, but Steele's in the mix if Cripps has to go. Erasmus, I feel like, is a good guy to bring into the team as well, but there's a lot going on. So I hope the night treats you okay. Hopefully the old Supercoach side doesn't keep you awake at night. But I'll be talking to you guys soon. I think I'll do a Cripps video or something separately. But thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys later. Cheers.